New World closed beta test is starting today on July 20, and for the next 13 days we will be able to enjoy in gameplay of this new MMORPG. But what is waiting for us in closed beta test and what to actually expect from this game? Stay with me for the next few minutes to see all the changes and new updates which were implemented to the game within last few weeks as preparation for closed beta test and release of the game. Let's dive into video, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more new World videos in the future. As you can see, I am already here on official website of New World, and of course I will put a link in the description below video. And regarding participation in closed beta test, check my video from yesterday where I have explained how can you join and participate in closed beta test too. But now let's talk about the main topic of today's video. New updates of New World and what to expect actually from this game from closed beta test 2 and of course after release. So first thing which I want to show you here is here on official website of New World. Here on this part of the website you can see all the main changes and new updates which were implemented into the game within the last few months. And check this out. Check all of these updates. How much updates? This is really a lot. Check this. So I know some of these updates are really old. However, for today's video we will focus on the latest and new updates, but check sheer amount of these updates. So much changes, that's really insane. Okay, let's start with the first update which I want to talk with you about today. That is June Alpha Update Part 1. So this is one of the recent updates. Here you can see on the start general part, fixed 1,209 bugs. Wow, that's really lots of bugs, right? Increase company member limit from 50 to 100. Then we have progression updates. In May, we rebalanced progression and leveling to introduce a number of new ways for players to advance, such as earning trade skill levels or territory standing levels and discovering points of interest. So they have improved that, progression updates as you can see. Then again, changes to loot and gear, and I will show you a little bit later. They had actually many more changes regarding loot and gear before, but here we can see more changes. Check this out, for example, just some of the details, right? Added 50 new armor sets that can be obtained throughout a variety of in-game activities. Wow, imagine that, right? They have added 50 new armor sets. That's really a lot. But that's not everything. Let me scroll a little bit down to show you changes to crafting. In this update, actually, they didn't change crafting a lot, but in the previous updates, they did. However, what I want to show you here, actually interesting, is here. Main menu and changes to UX and user interface. So check, for example, how is this user interface looking? Check these colors, right? And I don't know, did you play maybe New World like 1 year ago in New World preview event? If you remember from back then, game was mostly like black and white. User interface was something completely different. And check this user interface right now. So much colors. Check this. It's looking absolutely much better. Let's scroll a little bit down. As you can see, gameplay, user interface polish. They have also polished that. User interface, which you can see actually during your gameplay, is also completely different. Check this. Also, character creation, I remember actually exactly how it was looking, and I have somewhere on my PC, I have made a video regarding character creation in New World. I have never actually published that video, but let me just tell you, character creation was looking very simple, very basic, I would say, without too many options and without too many colors. And now let's check this, right? Character creation, appearance options, they have added more things. So as you can see, they have changed so many things. Of course, combat, yes. And I will not read to you, of course, all of these changes, because as you will see later in my video, there was so many changes within last, not only few weeks, I wouldn't say like that, but let's say within last few months. Wow, right? This is really insane how much changes. Let's move here to check June Alpha Update Part 2, which was actually the last big update from alpha testing phase. As you can see, we have here general changes, added 2 new types of PvE faction missions, Assassinate and Elite, War Declaration update, PvP updates again, progression updates again. For example, let's check here what we have on the start here. Reduced the experience required to level by 20% for all levels after level 7. Wow. So these changes are not small changes, you know? And even when these changes would be small changes, sheer amount of these changes is so huge that impact on the game is absolutely tremendous. Can you imagine how much changes? Check this. Changes to crafting and gathering, like I have told you before, they have changed crafting and gathering system in few occasions, not only within this last update, right? They have changed a lot. Titles and achievements, again changes to user interface and UX, combat and artificial intelligence changes, balance changes to different kind of weapons. Check this out, right? Really a lot. Also, what I want to show you here today is this. Introducing our in-game store, and when I just mention in-game store, probably you feel that negativity coming up because within last, I will not say last few weeks, let's say within last month, we have heard lots of negative feedback regarding from players regarding in-game store. This post is actually saying many things regarding in-game store of alpha testing phase, right? So not regarding in-game store of beta testing phase with closed beta. We still need to see all the details, how it look closed beta in-game store. However, here it's written, as you can see, one really important sentence. Items in the store during alpha will be purely cosmetic and provide no gameplay advantages. And we can only hope that the same situation we will have for closed beta in-game store and of course in-game store, which we will see after release of the game, because it's not good for any game to have pay-to-win elements, for sure not for MMORPG game. And here we have their plan, and of course I will put a link in the description below video so you can read this for yourself. But this post specifically is talking about in-game store of alpha testing phase, right? Not of closed beta testing phase. So what can we do? Well, the only thing we can do is to hope for the best, you know. How we look actually in-game store of closed beta testing phase and how we look in-game store after release, that remains to be seen. And in my opinion, let's not judge, let's not spread that negativity even before release of the game. Let's see how will everything work out, because it doesn't have to even necessarily mean that the same in-game store we will see in closed beta, we will see after release of the game. Developers of the game can change everything, right? So they can put completely different in-game store after release of the game than which we will see in closed beta test. So regarding in-game store, calm down, let's not spread negativity and let's wait a little bit. We are not so far even now from release of the game, August 31st, and after that we will judge. Let's go forward. Next thing which I want to show you here is updates on quest design. So regarding design, they didn't change only overall user interface, they have also changed, as you can see here, quest design. So when you talk with different NPCs, right, they have changed how everything looks, and it looks pretty good here, as you can see. This is one of the examples. And I remember during the New World preview event, it was something completely different. It was black and white, not too many colors, even not just within user interface. In generally, as you can see, this world around this NPC and this character is looking with more colors, more alive, right? So as you can see, we have lots of changes here. Also, we have here changes. They have added a voiceover, of course, and improved dialogue. This is nice. You can actually hear some of the voiceovers here in this video. Like I said, link is in the description below video. I will not show you now. But as you can see, many changes also regarding updates and the quest design. Also, when I'm talking here about this game in general, I have to say, on the start, it was looking more like combination of survival game and MMORPG game. And when you were starting to play this game during New World preview, you were feeling that it was actually survival game, not MMORPG game. Later they have changed this game so much that now we can say this is a real MMORPG game. Here we have another thing which I want to show you, introducing expeditions. So to be clear right away, expeditions are actually dungeons of New World. And here it's written, as you can see, how these dungeons are working. Here we have video expeditions 101. You can also check it out. In generally, yeah, expeditions require a group of 3 to 5 players for complete. Yeah, so this is pretty clear. And of course, they have introduced at the start, this was in May, I think. No, this was in March, as you can see, 31st of March. So this was long time ago. Here they have introduced 2 expeditions, Amrine Excavation and Garden of Genesis. And after that, I will show you a little bit. That was in May. Last major alpha update. This update was here in May, I think. Not sure, but I think it was in May. They have added more new expeditions. So New World will have lots of dungeons. So if you like to play PvE, of course, New World will have lots of content to offer to you. But this was not the only thing which they have changed in May. As you can see, player titles, general changes, and I will not read to you everything here, of course. I'm just reading you here titles, and I just want to show you here that you get that feeling how many things they have changed. Housing, check this. Faction missions, experience and leveling. Wow. Gold rebalance, loot and gear changes, crafting and gathering, many changes to these 2 systems in the game. Again, changes to user interface. Wow. Changes to combat balance. Wow. And I was talking about PvE. This game will offer you lots of PvE content. As you have seen, dungeons are here. However, also PvP is here. So we had also in April changes. As you can see here, we have title of this post, PvP vision and new features, PvP goals. And it's actually, I have already read this text before. It actually makes sense, you know. It makes some kind of logic, their direction of Amazon games regarding PvP goals. So this game will also offer you PvP in many kind of ways. We can say that here, for example, I like this one especially, Outpost Rush. Check this out, right? We have here Outpost Rush to provide an alternate PvP experience to ongoing war for territory control and open world PvP. We introduced Outpost Rush into the alpha test last month. Wherever you prefer PvP or PvE, Outpost Rush is an endgame 20 versus 20 battle. So this is really amazing, I would say. Imagine that, endgame thing, 20 versus 20, right? Combination of PvP and PvE. So as you can see, huge amount of content regarding PvP, PvE, and they have changed so much this game that on the end, after all these updates, I have to ask myself, come on, how will this game even look during closed beta test? I did not participate during alpha testing phase, sadly. However, maybe I will be lucky and I will be able to participate during closed beta testing phase. And what will happen, of course, after release of the game, they might also change lots of things in between closed beta test and release of the game. However, I think whatever we see now in closed beta test will be very, very close to that finished version of the game. And how will that look regarding many in-game features, regarding graphics, regarding in-game store, cash shop? Well, like I said, we can only hope for the best because, as you can see, so many changes within last few months have come here, were implemented to the new world. That's really insane, right? And how will this turn out? We will see after release and of course during closed beta test. Tell me in your opinion in the comments below video, what do you think about all of these changes which were implemented to the new world and what will happen with this game? Will you play this game during closed beta test and of course will you play it after release? Thank you for watching the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel to see more new world videos in the future. See you soon.